Hey guys, welcome back to another day of motivation. I am posting this on Monday night for Tuesday morning, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I have a little bit of a few things I want to go over. As you can see, my little cat eye readers, aren't they cute? They're very 50s, if you will. I'm very vintage today. But I definitely wanted to share a couple of things with you. So let's go ahead and roll the new Monday Motivation intro, and I will get right into it. I will start out with what we're going to be pulling from. Then I'm going to tell a little bit of a short story time for you. The audio will change because I forgot to plug in my mic before I started, so I will be plugging in my mic. And then I did pull cards. I pulled 2 cards previously, and I'll tell you why I've already done that. And then I will be posting those tomorrow morning. Well, actually today that you're seeing this on Instagram. So hopefully you guys will enjoy. Now let's go ahead and roll the intro and let's get right into it. Editor, roll the intro. Okay, you guys, I am back. Now I have my little mic on, so I hope you guys are cool with that. I probably blurred the background a little bit because if I was to be pointing that way, you'd see a prettier background, but I'm kind of on the left side of my room, if that makes sense. Sometimes I flip myself, but the open side, left side of me, you're right, is like the stairwell and stuff, and I don't have anything on the wall back here, so it looks a little bland. So my apologies that it's not very pretty. But let's go ahead and get into what we're going to be doing today. So good morning, all of you. I wish I could share a cup of coffee with you, but it is now nighttime, and I'm going to share with you a little bit of a story time of how I got here. But I had my cute little strawberry mug, which is on the table, and I apologize. I'll have it in next week's video. I do have my Strawberry Fields sweatshirt that I swore to you guys in my last live stream that I was going to get rid of, and lo and behold, girl, it fits me. Also, I have some updates of what's going to be coming up this entire week, so I hope you guys stay tuned and enjoy. So today is going to be a 2-4, just so you guys know. So you're going to get 2 videos today, one this morning, early morning. Normally, early morning posts don't do well for me on this channel, but we'll see if we can change that a little bit. If I can just get myself on task where my Monday videos come out on Monday, and then the Tuesday hauls are going to be here for you. Apparently, I'm going to be up pretty late tonight, editing. So anyway, so we're going to be pulling from the Affirmators deck, the Magical Self-Love deck, and then the kind of a dare. It's cute, this little deck that I always share with you guys. It's called Challenge Accepted. It's super cute. I'm using my cinematic mode, and apparently when the light's not just so, it seems to be blurring things out. So my apologies, but this is what the deck looks like. If I hold it far enough away, it seems like it's going to work. So that's that. So we'll start out with the Affirmators, and then we'll go on to self-love, and then I'm actually going to shuffle the Challenge Accepted deck, and then that's just a little dare, so you guys can do what you will with that. I was trying to do this in a live stream mode. I think in the future I will be trying to live stream these because it allows me to do it in portrait mode for Instagram. I had a little bit of trouble today. I originally had my video ready to go out at 3:00 just to kind of do an afternoon video to where I could do it on Instagram and it could be vertical, but I don't know, StreamYard did some kind of a update that I'm not aware of, and it just was really, really hard. I don't know why, because I have a plan with StreamYard, which is a service I use to live stream, and it allows you to stream for multiple platforms, but for some reason it just wasn't working with Instagram. So unfortunately, maybe I'll just have to start going onto Instagram on my own, like through my phone or something, because it just wasn't working. So hopefully, I will be able to get something out on Instagram. If not, I'll just take photos of the cards and put them on Instagram. So if you ever miss a video on YouTube, you can follow me on Instagram in the description box, and I post the pictures of the cards I draw for the week. And I think if you just get in the routine with me, of doing this every single Monday or sometimes Tuesday, okay, because I'm not perfect, so sometimes I'm going to be a day off. But if you get in the routine with me to start your week or kick off your week with some kind of motivation or inspiration, I think you're going to enjoy these cards. They're really pretty, first of all, and then second of all, I'm really, really enjoying the Affirmators, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that as well. Okay, so before I go into the cards, because remember I did say that I pulled the cards, I'm wondering if I shouldn't do those first. So let's go ahead and just get those out of the way, because some of you guys are just here for the cards and you don't want to hear my story, because I'll talk your head off. So let's go ahead and just do that first. So my apologies with the way things are in today's video thing. Anyway, so here's the Affirmators deck. Okay. So this is always located in the description box as well. I don't know. It's not really picking up the deck very clear. As you can see, the cinematic mode is very interesting because it just doesn't want to focus. But anyway, this is the Affirmators card deck, and these Affirmators they've been around for years and years and years, and they're just kind of fun. So the one that I pulled today earlier, I actually shuffled this on camera, and in the story time, you're going to hear what happened. So definitely stay tuned if you guys want to hear. Something really horrible happened to me today, so I would really love to share that with you. But anyways, this was the card that I pulled. It is a manifestation card. It's really cool, this one. It was really neat because for the past couple of weeks, I've been pulling cards that really are just where I am in life. It's just strange, especially with social media, because it means so much to me and I struggle, with it in general. So I do want to share this with you. It says, if you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and get ready. You are holding a magic wand and you can conjure up anything. Could it be that when you declare your wishes out loud, you're actually casting a spell for your dreams to come true? Or is it just that in a practical sense? The more people you speak with about your desires, the more folks there are who know what you want and might have the means to help you make that happen. Either way, stop wanting and start manifesting. But don't use that word if you don't want to. So this is really cool. This is manifesting. Now, I know a lot of people work on this. They really love manifestation. Like if you shout it out to the universe, it will come back to you twofold, where all the hard work you're doing into something that you really believe in, that you want to achieve, will definitely happen. And, if you're into that, I am, I think that what you have to, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, so you can take what you want with it. But I feel like with manifestation, I feel like also if you're really an antsy person, that even if you work hard and you're focused and you're consistent, I still think that patience plays a big part in anything you want to do, because we all know things don't happen overnight and it takes a lot of patience to exercise success. So, you know what I mean? So for me, this just really meant a lot to pull this card. And it was random. Like I was trying to do it online, and I'll tell you what happened in the story time. So definitely stay tuned to the end of the video if you really want to, hear what happened to me. There's going to be a lot of talking, you guys, this week. A lot. I really went on I'm alone a lot, so I just talk a lot, and I talk to the camera like it's my best friend. So hopefully you guys on the other end are just trying to be my girlies and, just let me go ahead and kind of, share my thoughts. And I'm just a talker. I've always been a talker. My family are talkers. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that and appreciate it. But definitely, I would say for this card, getting back to this card, I feel like just patience, consistency, focus, and patience is the real keys to success. Just showing up and, believing in what you're doing. And regardless of how slow it happens, I think it will happen regardless. So whether you're losing weight or you're trying to get a better job or you're trying to save money or you're trying to buy something really special for yourself and it costs a lot, or you're trying to save up to do something for your, I don't know, your appearance you want, or anything, like really, we live in some really struggling and challenging times where things are really expensive. And so, if you're really having a hard time making things happen for yourself, I would say just be very patient. One of the things I tell people about social media in general, and I've said this many times, is that it's a true test to your personal work ethic. Because when you start social media, if you discover that that might be something you want to dabble in, you really have to have patience, because it's not something that happens overnight. It's like starting a business in general, you really have to work hard at it. You have to stay focused. You have to be consistent. You have to pour your heart and soul into it. And when you do start it, you do it for nothing. You know what I mean? You're working for free. And as many people as you'll have around you in your world and in your circle that might just kind of chuckle or laugh or not really see what you're doing as something that could really retire you, if that makes sense, they just don't get it. Do you know what I mean? It's like a starving student or a starving actor or starving musician or something of that nature, regardless, it's like a person that just made the right cookie, and started selling at season, or a crafter that just so happened to come up with this craft that people loved, maybe they made it for themselves and all of a sudden people at work or something, asked them, where did you get that? Oh my goodness. And then all of a sudden they started making money doing that. So you can manifest anything that your heart desires, but you just have to be really committed and really focused. And I just think, like I said, patience, because everybody wants something to happen really quickly. So our manifestation card is our key card this week. So I'm very excited about that. So I hope you guys enjoy that card. And I probably put a picture up on the screen. This one came from the magical deck, or excuse me, the magical self-love deck. As you know, I read from this one every single week. I love these. They're gorgeous. They're beautiful. And they're just so stunning. I just love these. But this one says mystical power. That is this card this week, if that makes sense. It's very, very beautiful. I love the fairy-like, presence this deck gives off. So it's really, really pretty. And I'll put it up here for you. And it says mystical power. My inner power is limitless, and I embrace my mystical abilities with confidence. One thing people will always notice is confidence. And it's funny. I think people are ingrained to believe that you have to appear a certain way to be confident, but it's really, really confident. Confidence is something that you either have or you don't, honestly. I think confidence comes more or less being comfortable with who you are and just really knowing that you're good at something. And regardless of what that is, I think that exudes confidence. And I think confidence is something a lot of people, they struggle with it. I think, and I don't know. I feel like over time, I have a little bit of a hard time over people that sell themselves, like try to say, oh, I'm really good at that. I'm really good at that. Or this is something I'm really good at. And I understand if they've been, what do you call it? I understand if someone is saying that they're good at something, if they've been validated or reassured, or I don't know what that word is. If you know the word I'm looking for, like where they've been just multiple people tell them they're good at something. But I just feel like overselling, like, oh, I'm really good at that. Oh, I'm really good at that. Oh, I've never been comfortable with people that do that, because if you're good at something and you're good at something, then you just have to let it own you just have to own what you're good at instead of selling or pitching it to people. So if you feel the same way, then like the video, because I've noticed a lot of people do that. And honestly, if more than one or two or three people tell you you're good at something, then that's a confident area you can walk in, with like your head high, like, you're good at this. But to tell someone or to sell them or to convince them that you're good at something, I think is just a waste of time. Like, just let that person see you in action. And then obviously they're going to be like, wow, you're really good at this, and you can just like own the confidence, take the compliment, and just put it in your backpack. You know what I mean? And just continue to carry it around with you, knowing that you're good at something. And I think a lot of people have a hard time with that, because I think it's like, just like people confuse self-esteem with what's that called? That one, everybody confuses it. It's self-esteem and what's it called? You know what I'm talking? I know you know what I'm talking about. It's not self-esteem and it's not self-confidence. That's not what I mean. It's, insecurity. So I feel like people confuse self-confidence with insecurity. Self-esteem with insecurity. Those are two different things, I feel like, and you really need to look up the definition to both in order to understand that self-esteem and self-esteem and insecurity, to be insecure and to have self-esteem, low self-esteem or whatever, is so different. Those are just two different worlds of areas of your life, I guess. I don't know. You know what I mean? And I just noticed that a lot of people confuse that. So like I said, self-confidence is something that people notice immediately. And what I think is the key point of why I'm just talking about this is because it doesn't matter what size you are. It doesn't matter what you look like, how old you are, anything like that. Self-confidence owns itself. And I feel like if you're confident, then everything else is limitless. Does that make sense? Because throughout my life, I've seen people of all sizes, ages, like ethnicity. Just being confident is just that. It's being confident. Do you know what I mean? So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, but like, it's really, there's no prejudice to that. Does that make sense? Like, confidence is something that you either have or you don't. And if you don't, then you have to learn to own your confidence, because it's in there somewhere. You just have to learn how to make it shine through. So there's that. All right, you guys, I'm going to put this mic down just a moment and I'm going to shuffle the blue deck. Now, the challenge deck comes in half blue and half red, like that. Okay. So, and you can see there's a red box with a blue lid. Half of it is red with a red border. The other one is blue. Now, I've been pulling from the red side, but I want to try to pull from the blue side. So let me go ahead and shuffle this really quickly and we'll pull a blue one. Okay, so this one says attend a small local performance like a school play, community theater, or an open mic. So it just dares you to do something probably that you maybe wanted to do or thought about doing here or there, or maybe you've never thought about doing it. But it basically just suggests or, just sort of challenges you to go out and do something different. And this is a wonderful card because in your local area, you should be able to Google like dinner theater, community theater. Like I said, you can go to a local, like a little, not nightclub, but those little bars that have like live bands, but they're local. And that is really a cool thing. If you've never done that before, I highly suggest that you do it because there are a lot of bands out there that are, they do like 80s, 90s covers, or like there's independent bands as well that are just trying to come up and they start locally. So that's a really great suggestion. Now, this is just a suggestion or a dare, if you will, or a challenge. You don't have to travel. This is a travel deck in general. Like it says, a query travel tasks, quirky travel tasks is what it's called. But it's really fun. I love it. And I really, really hope that you guys like these decks. I think they're just cool. Like, hopefully I'm suggesting something or the deck is just asking us to do something out of the norm, which is so cool. So if you guys want to try to do that this week, you can. If not, you can make it a monthly task if you want. Maybe listen to all 4 that I do every single week and then pick one out of the 4 and you can challenge yourself to do that. Or you can try to commit, you can try, if you really want to do it, you could do 4 interesting things a week if you want. A month if you want, because obviously, a lot of us are on a budget and we need to make sure we can afford it. The one thing I will say is the great thing about attending a local performance or like a school or a college or like a community theater is those tickets are usually really, really inexpensive. I know here in Northern California, in Sacramento, the capital around me, that we have the Delta King, which is like a large boat that has a community theater in it. And I don't know if it's still happening, but my mom, who did I go with? My sister. I might have went with my sister to see a play one night. I mean, we were doing all kinds of interesting things. We were wine tasting. We were doing one thing. This was years ago, but I've done a lot of different outside, simple things, and you'd really, really, and I'm not talking about, because I know a lot of people lately have gotten into bingo. I know bingo is a big thing lately for some reason. It really is. It's kind of all around the States, I guess. It's become a big thing. But another thing is always remember your local colleges, or like I said, your local bars that might have, independent bands that are trying to get their sound heard, or, like I said, a community theater. There are dinner theaters that do local plays and stuff like that, where you can actually have dinner and watch a play. I love those. And we have a lot of those, I think, in our city as well. So just keep that in mind. All right, you guys, those are the 3 cards for this week. And if you guys want to hear my story, definitely check it out. But here are the 3 cards, and I'll be posting these on Instagram as well, along with my favorite probably song or something like that. But that is really cool. Okay, if you want to go ahead and stay for the story time, then that would be great. If not, it's already 20 minutes, so I get it if you can't stay, but definitely stay if you want to hear a story time. Otherwise, I could do this. I was thinking about putting this story in next week's video, but I want to tell you so bad. So I'm going to go ahead and just, add the story time. If you want to stay, totally fine. If not, I understand. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And now on to the story time. Okay, you guys, we are back for the story time. So I do want to say that, like I said, just one last time, this week in my channel here on Christina from Scratch is going to be a really talkative week. My hauls are long. My Wednesday night pajama talk, gossip, or whatever the hell you know what I mean? I tried to make it to where I could just talk about anything, but that Gossip Bakery girl has really got me intrigued. I don't know if it's good or bad, but you guys can, but I know that the video I'm posting this week is really, really long. So I hope God bless you if you listen to it. So listen to it at night, girl, or on the weekend or something. It's very long. Okay. So, and my hauls are long too. So I have this video that you're watching right now. And then later on this afternoon, you're going to, see my haul. So get ready. I'll probably do that one later this evening because I want this one to go out early this morning. Anyway, and then, our regular schedule is going to be happening. So we have our live stream on Thursday, which is going to be Dollar Tree. And I don't know, I've been trying to incorporate some year-end clearances and stuff, but I'm thinking that I might want to maybe put that in another video. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm live streaming, so why not? Because live streams are not necessarily supposed to be short. That's why I love timestamping, because if you just want to listen to the Dollar Tree stuff, then you can, and then you can move on and just kind of catch the weekend clearances. That's what I'm trying to do. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the feedback is as we go along, because these are new schedules for 2026. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And then Saturday, I don't know what I have. I think I have more Temu and Amazon stuff for you. So I'll definitely share that with you as we go. I've been getting clothes. I mean, I've been shopping a lot, but there's so many good year-end clearances right now that I just want to I want to make sure you guys are getting in on it, because I'm stocking up for spring for 2026, but I'm also grabbing some stuff for next year, the staple stuff like pants, some sweaters, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Now I know 2026 is going to bring its own trends, but definitely, just stay tuned to Saturday, because I think you're going to like, or Thursday, if you want the online deals, but Saturday is going to be another haul that I've been getting in. So definitely stay tuned, because I've got more stuff coming this month. So I think you're going to love that. And I do a lot of online shopping. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. It's just much better than in the store. You get much better sales and much better discounts and much better interest on your return, on your purchase. You get I use Rakuten and stuff like that. So there's that. All right, you guys. So this is more to let you know what happened to me today. So when I first started these channels in 2025, or late 2024, I think I began these channels starting over again in 2024, and I've had them up until now. It seems like every single year something unique happens to me. I called a friend of mine today and said, "Oh my God, what am I going to do?" And she's like, there's just really no other way to do it but to do it the way you are planning on doing it. So I'll definitely let you in what's happening. So when I start my channels, I always start with the main focus of what I want to do. Like this channel here is basically, these are bonus videos that you're getting, these Monday motivations, and I'm just sampling new content, variety content. But the majority of what my channel is about here is shopping, sharing hauls, and then hopefully I'll get to decorating. I've tried decorating a little bit in Christmas time, and I'm actually was impressed. I mean, it got me into the triple digits, which was a bonus for me, because that's very unusual for me to get triple digits. If you look at my stats, you're going to see. Even if I have vidIQ as a channel over my, it's a tool that kind of evaluates your channel. And it's like, this creator makes $1 to $4 a week. You know what I mean? So obviously I still have a ways to go on this channel. But when I started this channel, I also included a vlog channel, because I wanted one that I could just share my life, my everyday, mundane, boring life, and, I don't know. I just enjoy it. I like vlogging. I'm just a regular person that's sharing my life and all the chaos that goes on behind the scenes. I move a lot. So that's just part of our family. And, we're renters. So usually if we don't stay put for some reason, we move a lot. So, that's just, it is what it is. So I figured having a vlog channel might be interesting. And then, sharing house hunting and all that stuff would be interesting. I do grocery hauls sometimes on my vlog channel. I share just everyday stuff. And since we moved into this house, I've been sharing that as well, which has been a challenge. It's been overwhelming, actually, to be honest. But so I started my vlog channel, and then I also had another channel that seemed to do really well. It was a car vlog channel. And originally when I made it, I was running, what it was is I used to go out to the stores a lot, and I used to film inside the stores, and I would drive a lot. And when I drove, I would talk. And so I kind of found another creator that, this was years and years ago before it even became a thing. Because I know in the last 4 or 5 years, car vlogging has become a big deal, and people have started living in their cars and just making a lot of content in the car, and people seem to like that. So with that, I created this car vlog channel, and it was kind of cool, because I was like, well, that's kind of neat to do it that way anyway, because a lot of when we think a lot is in the car and in the shower. That's just my own personal opinion. You also think a lot before you go to bed, I feel like, or maybe I don't think you think so much when you wake up, because you really don't have time. But I feel like at night when we settle down, we think a lot, in the car when we drive, we think a lot. And in the shower, of course, I feel like our minds wander. So that's the reason why I made the car vlog channel. And then when I stopped going out to the store so much and stopped driving so much, I started to make videos here at my desk. And I just figured, okay, I'll just implement those, because it's better than not vlogging at all. But what happened was I was approached. Now this is not new. I get approached by international SEO creators from other countries all the time. It's been happening to me. I feel like they target the small creators because they're just saying they're looking for ways to connect with the US and also, I guess, in social media. So a lot of them do what's called SEO, which is search engine optimization, which helps anyone online with social media. It helps their corner be found. So whether you're on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Pinterest, like there's usually like monetization programs for all of that. And in order for you to start your channel and be discovered, like it's got to be posted a certain way in order for you to follow all the areas that they feel is strong for traffic. It's the same thing for people that have websites. It's SEO qualifies for that as well, or it's a part of having a website too for traffic. So I was approached by someone about a week and a half ago. I've been approached by these people for a while now, and it's not nothing new. I mean, I've been approached by these people before. I've also even went on my own to Fiverr and asked people that do this search SEO thing. I've been on Fiverr myself and looked for people to help me get my channel exposed, like more exposure, more traction. Well, I was approached by somebody about a week ago. I was actually approached by 3 people, and they were, I guess they were for the same agency, and they're based, I believe, in India, but I don't know. They could be based somewhere else, but because the writing is Arabic, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It could be Indian. But anyway, I was approached by 2 different people, and they were very formal and very legit, in my opinion. I did look at their website. They have an international number. There was another person, I believe, that works with the same agency, or said he works with the same agency. And I don't know why, but the reason why I didn't choose the more formal 2 agents that were offering me their services, because they wanted like $500 a month or something, $500 US dollars. And I was like, there's no way I could afford that. If I was going to do that, I'd do an US, I'd do vidIQ or TubeBuddy or something like that, which is services that you can use to help your channel grow or your social media grow, period. But vidIQ, I believe, and TubeBuddy are more based for YouTube. So this person asked me if I would be willing to give them a chance and have them like sample showing me what they could do. So I said, okay. Well, I did correspond with him a couple times and just go, I don't understand. I don't see the point, because you're in a different country and the way that your internet is run is different than ours here in the US. So, and also I don't mind having international followers. I think that's interesting, but the way that, because he's on the opposite side and he would be promoting it in his country, I just didn't think it was productive, in my opinion. That was just me. So I was asking him all these different questions. And then I asked him, I said, how did you find my channel? And he said he just searched Gen X. So I guess he found me through that way. But he asked me to give him a chance, and he chose the video. I didn't choose the video. I asked him, what video are you going to use? And I couldn't figure out why he wanted to use this one video. I just thought it was kind of strange that he wanted to use this one video. And I'm not saying there's any point to that, because I don't know. But he took this one video and he asked me for control of my channel. It's like, no, I'm not giving you control of my channel. I would never do that with anybody anyway. And so he said, okay, that's fine. And then he sent me how to label my video through a Google Doc. So it looked a lot like what I already used. And I did tell him, I say, well, a lot of what you're sending me is already, stuff I already subscribed to. Like, I pay for these services. So it's kind of strange, but he gave me what he thought would work. And apparently he must have done something on his side, because all of a sudden I started getting this traffic on my channel that was unbelievable. And I don't embed my videos, which means I don't allow my videos to have a code to them where people can implement them into websites. So if they I don't know. I mean, if they have a website where they can implement a URL, that might be how they're doing it. But I don't have my videos embedded to where they can actually put the code to my video in to their website, But like I said, if they have a URL link or something that they could put in there, then that makes sense, right? So all of a sudden I started getting huge amounts of traffic on my channel, and I couldn't figure out why. And all of a sudden I started getting really young people like subscribe to my channel, young men. And I'm like, what is this? Because it wasn't any females, it was all men. And I'm like, what is going on here? And I noticed it the other day. But all of a sudden I did my Monday Motivation live today, because I thought, oh, I'll do it live because I don't have time to edit it. and I went live, and I decided to go live on both of my channels because I normally post this video on both of my channels. And all of a sudden I got this flood of people. I mean, there was like 60 people online, and it was just weird. It was a lot like Twitch, just like young people making comments about what I was saying and stuff. And I was just like, this is not. So I had to ban people from the chat. And I knew it was like an international post because I don't get views in the US. I just don't. Certain things will take off, but not very many. As you can see, if you look at all my videos, you'll see that I'm in the double digits, like 20, 30, 40, if I'm lucky. Once in a while, maybe over 100, but not very many. And so all of a sudden I was just getting a lot of traffic on my channel itself, but I wasn't really getting any subscribers, but I was getting traffic. And so when I did my live stream, I had like 60 people in my room, and I'm like, what is going on? You know, because it just didn't seem right. And then all of a sudden I had people started to chat and I ended up having to ban a bunch of people. So my point is that I ended up having to, they pushed me. They trolled me to a point where I had to delete the channels. I had to. There was no way to get around it. I called one of my really good friends that has a very large following, told her what happened, and we both just decided that I had to get rid of it. There was no way to undo it. I had to take all the videos off. I had to, it wouldn't even have been productive to unlist the videos. So just wanted to let you know I did have to make new channels. I did choose a new handle for my vlog channel, so I'll put it in the description box for you guys. My car vlog channel, I kept the same because I don't really have much trouble on that channel. So I just ended up making it a 2.0 because I thought, I'll just keep it. So I went ahead and redid that. So you'll find my new channels in the description box, and I really hope you follow them. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.